Hello, my name is Alec Blacklaw. I'm a business transformation specialist, and usually that involves helping businesses create a business that's more profitable, valuable and enjoyable. But in these particular COVID-19 times, unprecedented in many ways and challenging, I'm sitting today with Stephen Dixon, who's the managing partner at Hamilton Murphy. So Stephen, with the work that you do with clients now as they're digesting those packages, and given that some of the cash might not flow for a while, what they really need to do, I imagine, is to really stay alive currently. Can you sort of let me know some of the things that you are seeing or some of the advice that you are giving to people of recent days and weeks?
Sure, it's very fundamental. It's all about cash retention. So what you need to do is look at your current cash requirements, effectively may have to put your creditors on hold for a period of time through a VA process, therefore just maintaining enough cash to pay your employees, your rent and your current suppliers, so therefore you'll have a business going forward.
And when you say VA, can you just clarify a little bit about that and what you were speaking to me before about that holding deed or deed of
holding deed?
arrangement?
Yeah, so what you can do, a director can place a company into administration. It goes for a period of approximately 25 business days, allows us then to put up a proposal to creditors. Now that proposal would incorporate effectively putting the company into a holding pattern, and then we'll go back with something more definitive in about 3 to 6 months' time once we know the outcome of COVID-19, unfortunately.
I get it. So in a way, is that allowing them to really smooth their cash flow and reflect and consider options?
100% allows them to smooth their cash flow. It also allows us to restructure the business to hopefully bring it out in a more profitable form on the way back out through this, I'll call it a crisis, for want of a better word.
Okay. And so in terms of the way you approach your negotiation with suppliers and the tax office and banks and so forth, you're sharing with me also how your approach perhaps differs, or the outcomes differ from that when individuals tend to do it themselves.
Yeah, what we've found, particularly in recent times, is that the ATO or banks or suppliers appreciate a third party having a look, coming up with a series of recommendations, and then they're more willing to negotiate an outcome than what they would otherwise be with the current directors, because they see that the directors have had the foresight to bring someone independent in to have a look and then report back to those particular stakeholders. Okay,
so given we're working in completely different times, which is new for all of us, you guys are using Zoom quite a bit and are offering a complimentary review. How would that work for people?
Well, obviously they can contact us through the website, obviously of LinkedIn, whatever, and we're obviously doing these videos, so they can come to us directly. There will be no obligation. There may be a number of meetings involved. We will do them for free and help the party at least put a basic plan together.
Okay, so you mentioned there'll be more of these video updates on a regular basis from Hamilton Murphy.
Yeah, 100%. It's obviously we're changing with the times, and we can't have face-to-face meetings anymore, so we'll be through this type of media.
And if there was one tip that you had for business in closing, what would that be, Steve?
You've just got to maintain your cash flow, and you've got to maintain your cash reserves, and that's a real basic action point, but that's what's got to take place in these very difficult times.
So, in summing and pulling that together, would you be encouraging directors to
act early? I think 25 years I've been doing this. Unfortunately, people have a tendency to think about things. You've got to act early, because then you're more likely to get a better outcome for all stakeholders, including the directors, in these very difficult times.
Thanks, Steve. There's a fair bit of things for people to consider and take some action on, so thanks indeed.
Thanks, Alec. My pleasure.